Guys, if you don't know, ever since the audio came out, where basically people are caught, well, not people, JDF literally called out Aaron from Batting the Sun, alleging he wanted like half the budget.
The money
Nothing.
stuff? Yeah, I didn't lie. But you know the money situation I text you?
Mm-hmm.
That was the deal. We got $4 million. He takes $2 million to direct. And I'm like, what the is that? Like, if we got $4 million to do something, you want $2 million to direct? Well, that's the deal.
Dude,
No.
on the screen. On the screen.
No, it's not. Well, dude, $2 million to direct a $4 million movie?
Now, I reached out to him and he, obviously denied that he wanted $4 million. I wonder if I would have said, hey, JDF is on tape saying you wanted $4 million or $2 million. What do you got to say about that? I wonder would he had a different response, but we really don't. We don't know right now. But anyway, Aaron has since then bought a nice house. Man, that pool right there. You know me, I'm living in my modest house. Very modest. But ever since that audio came out, he's been posting like JDF, like left and right. JDF, every story, JDF. And the comment section has not been so forgiving. You can see Aaron still living good, new big house, big wedding. He ain't working. Where the F he get this money from? I mean, savings or $2 million from directing the movie? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he keeps like reminding us, he got so much behind the scene footage. And did you know that we got over 100 completed projects? I mean, how many movies you got that ever been in theaters? How many, Aaron? You got one? You got two?
Nope.
Anyway, but the comments section has been here. And guys, if you want to leak stuff, just leak it. But, you got to have big balls. But anyway, someone said Henry made a new video on an audio that's been leaked on Jason saying you took $2 million that was raised. Now, let's speak accurately. Aaron didn't take $2 million. He was requesting $2 million of the budget, right? And that's according to JDF. And what else? The longer he avoids it, the worse it looks. I don't want to bash Aaron, but he needs to come forward and own up to it. I don't think he will, man. I really think he's just shut up, but he can't help himself. Oh, well, probably be labeled negative and a hater regardless. That's usually Aaron's MO. If you provide any criticism, you are a hater. You are a hater. You don't know movies. Address the leak audio. Oh my God. And shout out to whoever this is for Token of Flight. But his addressing it was posting this. Basically, you're gonna hear JDF say, how great Aaron was. And I'm just like, bro, are you gonna address it? Here I go. I got it right here for you guys on full screen. I believe, let's go back a little bit.
When I got my license, September 4th on my birthday, because I'm that type of person. All we have is our word on the end of the day. So don't break your word with me.
Fair use to Washington State or the people who uploaded this, you know what I'm saying?
Because word and trust is golden. Everything else I don't care about. So
what's your experience been? Because Batting the Sun is the one who's helping produce this, correct?
Now, what has your experience been with Batting the Sun, who produced this, is the question. And, obviously he gonna glaze Aaron. You're not gonna say anything bad. Like, look, dude, we got to get to the finish line, right? We got to get to the finish line.
Batting the Sun are partners. Yeah, Aaron are partners.
Aaron is awesome. And I actually have a funny story that I actually told Font about. Where was it? I think last con was Emerald City.
I mean, we really don't care about your funny Aaron story, but, you can kind of get the gist of what's going on. And like people are commenting left and right. Like there are someone in my inbox like, damn, man, you literally have him posting JDF constantly. What was the message? Let me see if I can. You got this man doing so much crowd control, trying to oversaturate socials with his posts and lives because of that audio. And I'm like, look, man, it is what it is. People can make up their own minds, whether it's people being silly or out of context or whatever. And as he constantly posts JDF, and we're gonna link back to this a little bit later. But RIP to the GOAT. Let's get to more comment sections. Also, that audio, it was definitely 4 people there. The reason why I put it out is so someone like this could say, hey, yeah, I ran it through my super duper high-end software. And what they're pointing out right here is that the background audio is there, but the vocals are not. They use what they called a voice filter to literally filter out someone's voice. And I have a suspicion who that person was. Aaron may too have probably picked up on who he thinks it is. But here we go. Some more comment sections. What's really sad about this audio has specific moments where these are from the comment sections of the video. I'm sure Aaron has read them. Where beyond obvious, Aaron used JDF. I mean, damn, that's a bold statement. Parts where JDF says Aaron tried to insert himself into projects as a director. How JDF is aware that Bat in the Sun had no followers until he did Superpower Beatdown. You know what I'm saying?
That's a truthful statement.
Which then caused Bat in the Sun to get bigger, which caused Aaron to latch on to JDF even harder. Whoo, they cooking.
Let him cook.
The audio, look, man, the comment section sometimes be the moment of truth, but yeah, you know. Also, anyone else catch the part where JDF said Johnny Young Bosch came up with this incredible story in regards to Legend of the White Dragon? Yeah, we caught that. Aaron always says it was he and JDF who came up with everything. That was their dream project. Well, here is the thing about this, right? So as I was talking to my insiders, remember when Aaron was like, they pitched something, him and Jason pitched something and they cut out the Bat in the Sun parts just so they wouldn't have to credit him. I think that's what the same thing that happened to Johnny Young Bosch, because Johnny Young Bosch did have the original concept for Legend of the White Dragon. And it was so good. If you watch my interview that I guess Aaron had wrote something and then Johnny fixed it in like a day. And then everyone loved Johnny Young Bosch's version of Legend of the White Dragon. And that's the version they went with. And then it's suspected, I don't know, I never saw both versions to compare and contrast, that they switched it up just enough to not give Johnny Young Bosch credit and, move him out the film. Insert Johnny Young Bosch saying it was weird and messy. Now, interesting, can't work for Aaron to deny everything in this. What a hack. I mean, I think he's just I'm not going to address it at all. Someone said, I met Kevin Porter, Bat in the Sun's Batman, at a con right before JDF passed. I asked him what was the next Superpower Beatdown was, and he told me he wouldn't work with them anymore. God damn. God damn. Man. Sounds like stuff like this is why look, guys, I have no idea why people will or will not work with them. It's really hard to get that out of people, like especially on record. Like the most you're going to get is, hey, I spoke to him at a con and this is what they told me. Bruh, I knew something was up when Amy Jo Johnson's comic was coming out, and Amy Jo Johnson shared a video of JDF supporting her and blessing her with the story in text. Bruh, the way Aaron tried to say it was his idea, I remember this. He got so much flack for this. And that Amy Jo Johnson stole his idea from Aaron. And not only that, but also said that David Yo stole the idea of Once and Always from Aaron. Like, Jesus, man, everyone just stealing from Aaron, huh? I was completely flabbergasted by that when did the next was straight. I don't know about the Once and Always. But I think he said it was like similar to Legend of the White Dragon. I could be wrong. But he definitely accused Amy Jo Johnson and was like, oh man, we already had an idea of Amy Jo and whatchamacallit, Jason having a baby and she would go on to become the Green Ranger, similar to The Return, yada yada yada. But anyway, here's some more stuff. That was something that always rubbed me the wrong way. The word use of making this film to honor Jason David Frank legacy. First off, the movie is not designed, written, or produced to do that. You have to retroactively make it that, which will compromise the project. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did that with all the reshoots with Chris J's money. Who knows? Just do what you can, people. Understand, but parading around with JDF's name, sprunking, that kind of nonsense, like he's effing Weekend at Bernie's, is really starting to piss me off. And I think that's what a lot of people are starting to say. They're like, dude, did my chat crash? Sorry, guys. Every time you saying JDF wanted this, JDF wanted that. And some people are like, when did you become the official spokesperson of what JDF wanted? That's exactly right. Unfortunately, Jason himself unintentionally caused a lot of that, took himself out. But aside from those complications, publicly using him and his legacy as marketing material is extremely poor taste. I mean, you got to market it somehow, man. Aaron don't got like the best thing. I was talking to someone today. I was like, after Jason died, the best marketing program should have been Jenna. But they don't pay me to give them ideas, so too bad. It's kind of over. Maybe they'll take it that route now that I put that out in the ether. But maybe Aaron wants to be the star. Maybe Aaron wants to be in the sequel. I mean, who can get mad at wanting to do the absolute best job for JDF, right? Disgusting. And shout out to Josh Williams, who was just like, Aaron invented everything. Yeah, man, everyone's stealing from Aaron, dog. Everybody's stealing from Aaron, man. What are you talking about, man? Aaron went live on Instagram today, and I asked him to address the leaked audios through his comments section live numerous times. He liked and replied to other comments, but extremely avoided my question about the $2 million he took. Remember, he asked for it. We don't know if he got it or not. We have to, no one has seen the budget, and like, if you saw it, would you trust it? I don't know. As a backer of Legend of White Dragon, I'm a JDF fan, so I wanted to see it. I'm just considering this a loss. Movie was fully funded 5 times the pledge request 5 years ago. 5 damn years, and I swear they've been editing for 2 years. This movie will most likely be terrible, and Bat in the Sun will probably lose the Power Ranger fandom because of it. I think Bat in the Sun already lost the Power Ranger fandom, which is all the delays, guys. You can't delay something for it was supposed to come out in 2023. We're at 2025. And we don't even, it's going to be here, but it is what it is. I've said this in the beginning that Aaron was a creep and completely trash. I believe all these claims made against him because why else would they go in so much effort to protect their identity? It's one person that's trying to protect their identity. By the way, when this live was going on, your boy Aaron was all over Facebook, flooding the feeds with post after post and pics of him and JDF. In an attempt to reinforce the false narrative that he and Jason were BFFs, joined at the hip, broman's buddies hopping to drown out the truth about what JDF truly felt. His dishonest, zero talent wannabe cartoon villain looking ass Aaron equals JDF as Yolanda equals Selena Quintanilla. Minus the, deletion, of course. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. I'll wait. People are cooking him. But like I said, man, to shoot Aaron some bail, they could have made up. It's like the audio said, when we get into the response, people could have made up. Like JDF said, he was like, I couldn't afford to leave Aaron. And he chose to go with Aaron as opposed to going with Johnny Young Bosch. And that's just the choice he made. Now, could he have been happy? Look, man, I'm not saying that JDF hated Aaron or anything like that. I'm saying JDF was in a spot where he had to choose, and he made the choice financially. As if you listen to the audio, he said financially he can't afford to leave Aaron. And sometimes that just puts you in a tough spot because guess what? Aaron had contributed. So if you leave Aaron and you want to use his elements, are you going to pay him? So, that's the thing when you start these projects. But the most alarming audio, I guess, or clip is this, which also came up in the interview, where it said, good job, Henry. Funny hearing Marisha Ray being mentioned after all these years. I was wondering why she left when she did, but Aaron never said why, man. Hey, man, don't bring attention to it. She was one of the reasons I got into Bat in the Sun in the first place. I found this post on Reddit. I want you to read, Henry. Take it with a grain of salt, as always, especially it's like Reddit, but I've heard this story before. This is from J. Cesar 12 in regards to how Aaron treated her. Like, guys, this is all allegations, man. Don't believe none of this ish to be true because I'm actually going to defend Aaron. I hate when I have to defend Aaron. It's just like, just boils my blood. But, right is right, wrong is wrong. He got into a bit of trouble with the host of the show, of one of his shows, Superpower Beatdowns, Marisha Ray. He pressured her into doing Batmobile bikini car wash video, which she only agreed if it was played up as a comedy, her being clumsy and whatnot. However, he released it as a sexy car wash video without her knowing. She ultimately decided to leave the show. The video got removed from the channel and she stopped working with them after that. The video has been removed from Aaron's channel, but someone re-uploaded it. It's called Batmobile in Lavador Sencio Como. Sorry about my Spanish. I know this probably isn't relevant since it's old news, but if you ever decide to make the truth about why Marisha Ray left Bat in the Sun, maybe that would make a good content. I mean, it would only make good content if you can get actual Marisha Ray interview. And, if let's just say this truly happened, she's not going to want to divulge that. She's not going to say, yeah, I was uncomfortable. She's like, dude, she's living her life. Okay. She's living her life. She like, I don't want to be reminded. Maybe she don't want to be reminded of it. And Aerostream is like, hey man, he didn't hate Aaron. He just shot the breeze. I mean, look, man, they've been working together for a long time. So there's definitely some friendship there, some camaraderie there. But, you know, maybe Aaron was not the right guy to direct Legend of the White Dragon, but because he contributed too much, as the audio said, the silly audio out of context audio, he just couldn't leave him, you know. It's like that group project in school where you like, oh, I've been working on it for so long. And then someone else is like, well, I kind of helped too. So you're like, damn, I got to give you credit. So here's the video. I'm not going to play it, you know. We can do some screenshot gang. Now, here's the thing, right? Here is Marisha Ray. And now she's going on to become like a multi-millionaire. I think from Critical Role or something. But this does not look like it was shot to be anything other than sexy and put out as sexy. This does not look clumsy. Like, does this look clumsy to you? Like all these steals? I don't know. That's why I'm like, I can't run with the story because this doesn't look like she's just being clumsy. It looks like she's actually trying to do a sexy car wash. But maybe there were multiple takes. I wasn't there. What do you think though? I mean, obviously she don't need these guys anymore. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't need these guys. I'm Marisha Ray. Hear me roar. But you know, she is one of the mains of Critical Role. Yeah, like she living her life, dog. She like, Aaron who? So glad I left Bat in the Sun. What have they been working on for the last 5 years? what was the last beatdown, man? But this is Aaron versus the comments section. Hey, do you guys like these comment section videos? Should I do more of them? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. All right.